What's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? Welcome back to the stream. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Live drawing with Nelly strikes again. We are live on YouTube. Live drawing with Nelly on Facebook and on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Nelly INKS. Let me check the audio. Sounds pretty good. I got it all the way up here. All the way up, folks. That's what I want to see. I want to see the followers, the numbers, the subscribers to go all the way up this weekend. Let's go. We need to break about 100 subscribers ASAP. Let's go. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Live drawing with Nelly, live on YouTube. Live drawing with Nelly, live on twitch.tv/Nelly INKS. Today's going to be a pretty chill day. I'm going to do a couple hours. Might go back to doing a little figure drawing. Yesterday we worked on our little flower drawing. Maybe I could show you guys here. Show you guys how it came out. Let's see, hold on a second. Let me get my OBS camera up. There you are. You see it there? Voila. Nice little flower drawing there for you guys. Look at that. So I'm going to do a little shading on it at some point soon. But today I kind of want to get back on my comic book run. I'm going to look at some models for reference and then draw them on my page here. At the same time, I kind of want to just work from memory and from imagination and see if I can come up with a cool page that way. It was pretty fun. Hey, one person watching, make sure you comment. I'm going to bring up the chat section here. Leave me a comment. 2 people watching, make sure you hit the thumbs up. And follow me on twitch.tv/Nelly INKS. Comment and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links on our page here, on our window. You got nellyinks.com where you guys can go and read my latest comic, Almighty Alma. You see her on the board there. Bada bang. You guys should go check it out. Just about to come out soon. Hopefully by May I'll have the next issue out. You guys can go to nellyinks.com to get the latest. My comics are there. I've got some lesson plans too that you guys can share with your kids and family. As you guys come in, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you all tuning in. All right, today we are going to just work on a page from scratch. I have some ideas for this page that I want to do. It's going to be page 3 of the comic here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout yourself out in the chat section, please. Please. Trying to think if I have the original page somewhere. Somewhere. But yeah, the original page that I had done for page 3 was going to be 3 panels, so I can pretty much just work from memory. It's going to be introducing a new character, so I still want to make it a little big. Maybe I'm not going to work from references. I think I'm just going to sort of lay it out and to see what happens if I just go straight into it with ink. I already have like references in my mind, so I might just try to work from memory and imagination today. For people watching on Facebook, I ask you guys to go over to twitch.tv/Nelly INKS. We are live on a few different platforms here. We are live on YouTube. We can use the subscribers there, but really trying to grow this Twitch following. See if I can get affiliated. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Join the twitch.tv/Nelly INKS community. Live drawing with Nelly. Check out the links on the page. If you like the contents of this video, I ask you guys to subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, you can by donating to the Venmo at Nelly INKS, via the Cash App as well, $ Nelly INKS. 5 people watching. Hit up the chat section, people. How we doing on Saturday? We're going to get to drawing soon. Let me just get out of the way of the artwork here. Okay. This is my wall up here. Bada bang. Don't mind the calendar. But I am going to do a little back study here today. First page of the comic. You guys see it's the reboot of Almighty Alma. And you get the splash page. And then the first page is kind of a prologue. So next page here is going to introduce a new setting, the setting for the comic. So I have some ideas for it. It's going to be inside a detention center. So pretty topical stuff that we're going to be talking about in this comic. But for now, I'm just going to be working on the art. And I wanted to work from memory today and work directly with the ink. Yesterday I worked with some blue ink and made our little flower drawing here. I'm just looking for a rag. I'll be able to open this. So yeah, we got our quill pen. Bada bing. You guys can see that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube. Live drawing with Nelly on YouTube. Ask you guys to follow the links on the page, twitch.tv/nellyinks, and my website, nelsonanunez.com, where you could read the latest version of the Almighty Alma comic, the digital version. It came out in like November last year, so pretty recent still, but it took me a second to get it down. You know, I'm doing all the work here, so writing and artwork, but once I release this one, I really want to try to release comics every month. We'll see how that turns out, though. Appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you shout yourself out in the chat section. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the links on the page. We have a Twitter at Nelly INKS. And if you want to support the channel, best way to do so is to donate via the Venmo at Nelly INKS. Kit Kat in the chat. What's up? Howdy. Howdy there. Partner. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Alright. So today, I have a flower drawing. If you're interested, this was our little flower study that we did yesterday. So I could maybe shine a light on it. Boy. Bada bang. I still need to do some shading on it. But we'll get to it soon. Today I'm just going to work on the comic. It may not be on too long because it's the freaking weekend. Yes, sir. It's the weekend. Alright. Hope you guys are doing alright today. Hope y'all had a good lunch. Get back to the chat. All right, just getting some projects for class done. What are you doing today? Love that study. Yes. Well, it's pretty much the end product. I just need to shade it, but thank you so much. Projects for class. And yeah, working on the comic. Doing some drawings from imagination, probably for 20 minutes, working with my quill pen just directly to see what happens. Might do a little character study because I'm introducing a new character in this what do you call it? This page, new page, page 4. Where are we here? Cool. So I do want to bring up an example for something, so bear with me while I look for some references. Really just need a back study So I'm going to introduce this new character and from like different points of view, where I want sort of the camera and the panels to sort of revolve around this character who's locked up in this cell. Let's see, lab back study. Okay. Figure study. All right, I appreciate you all tuning in though. Welcome to the channel, Live Drawing with Nelly. We are live on YouTube, Live Drawing with Nelly on twitch.tv/Nelly INKS. Okay. Let's see here. Bunch of great backs on this Google search. Okay. Some good ones, some really not so good ones. Maybe I could look. Sometimes I'll look at maybe like some fashion magazines. Okay. I'll either buy like some secondhand fashion magazines for some studies, and I'll either use those as references. Let's see. Some of these are a little funny though. Okay. Just want to put some sort of reference. Maybe I could just put another character sheet. What would be a good character sheet for this? My character has tattoos, so maybe I don't know any characters with tattoos. Let's see. Gonna get into some drawing soon. Who's this supposed to be? Okay. Maybe I'll look at some anatomy. Okay. That'll be the best way to do it. I think we're either going to get like a 3/4 view from behind of the character, so just looking at a couple different backs here. We have the most famous back study, which is the Libyan Sibyl by Michelangelo. Maybe that's a good one to just have up. Can't go wrong with that. Let me see if I can find anything else. Cannot go wrong with that back study. All right. Any last minute ones? Oh, what's this? Okay, let's see what they have here on Pinterest. No, I don't like that. Alright, let's do the Libyan Sibyl. Boom, we'll bring that up here. Save. Thanks to the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art website. This is a little bigger too, it looks brighter. Boom. Save image. Go back one. Alright, I'll show you my sheet in a second. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Twitch channel. Trying to get over 50 followers so I can get affiliated. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Doesn't take long to register. If you already haven't, make sure you hit the like button too. We are live on YouTube. Live Drawing with Nelly on YouTube. And we're also live on Twitch. Gonna be on for a couple hours today. It's the weekend, so we want to make sure we enjoy it before the week starts up again. Hope you guys are doing well today. Any other figure studies? Maybe something will come to me. Alright, I'll just put up the Libyan Sybil and then just work mostly from memory otherwise. Let's bring it up. Boom. And where would this image be? Right there, I guess. Let's replace it with this. Study to bada bing. And let me show you my drawing page. Oops. Okay. And I'll lower this a little bit there. Cool. Just gotta change up my light because it's a little too bright. Okay. Cool. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So if you guys see that on your page, I'm going to be working mostly from memory today. I'm going to save the educational stuff for the week. I do have new lesson plans on my website, nelsonanunez.com. Nelson A. Nunez, you see the link up top of the page. Not only can you read comics for free, at least my comic, you guys can also check out some of my lesson plans that I do with the students I teach, mostly kids. So there's that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment and subscribe as you come on in. Hit the like button. Share this channel with your friends, your social media, people you talk to every day. Thanks so much, guys. Let me just check one thing. Hope you guys are doing all right. Appreciate you all tuning into the channel. Okay, that's good. Sweet. All right, little back study here. Let's see how big a normal comic book page is. I might have some pages around here somewhere. Why are they so far away? (22.5 by 33.5). All right. I also have these anatomy books here. So this one's by Bamis. Really good book for any sort of reference you might need. There's a back study there. And Artistic Anatomy. Very good references on the back of the page of the book. A little more anatomical. Let's see. I can probably use some of these references too. But keep them close by just in case we do need them. Hold on a second. Alright guys, hit the like button as you come in. Make sure you tell a friend to check out the channel. Share this channel with your communities and on social media. Alright, let me back this up a little bit. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you leave a comment, leave a like. Okay, live drawing with Nelly underway. Try to avoid any spills here. Okay, we got our rag here for our ink. I said I was going to wear gloves for this today, but maybe I won't. Okay. Well, maybe I could do a little study on the side here. Actually, I do have a study. So I told you guys in a different stream that I do keep sort of little thumbnail studies of every composition or every page. So here was the last page that we worked on. Now we want to move on to this one. Like I said, it's going to be 3 versions of a sitting figure. So that's one thing I can do. I can show you guys how to do a sitting figure. Maybe you could just fill up this page with a sitting figure. I'm going to do it sideways. Okay. Cool. So I can keep this as a reference somewhere on the floor. So we have a sitting figure. It's going to be, I could even work with the charcoal here. It's going to be one figure who's sitting from the side. One figure like this. We have one figure from behind that's sitting. And you're not really going to get much. You can even tell it's the back, but if you show some more back muscles or something like that, I think that'll help. So figure sitting like this. Let's see what else. Let's see if I should zoom in a little bit maybe. Yeah. This is actually perfect because you guys don't need to see, I don't need to be drawing over here anyways. Cool. Nice, I have a good camera angle here today. Perfect. Alright, and a figure in a sort of like 3/4 view from the side. So I'm going to sort of draw the chair in that 3/4 view. And then my figure is going to be looking that way. Oops. It's kind of slouching actually, so let me straighten out this back. So we'll have a figure sitting that way. I have to decide if we want to be looking, the way it's set up right here, it looks like we're looking above, we're standing and looking down at the figure. If we were here, we might be this tall, we might be looking at them like that. Sort of like that. But anyways, yeah, those are the 3 figures that I need to draw. It's the same figure. There'll be other figures in the scene, but this is the main focus on this page. This would be either 22, which is what? I still get most of this in here? I don't think I can. 15. think it's 11 by 15 it's supposed to be. Mm. 11 by 15 I'll do. Make a box that's about 30 centimeters long. And 15 centimeters. 30 and 22. Well, 15. Why does this seem so much longer than 22? 30. Okay. So this is representing my comic page. And I was going to do 3 panels. Okay. Let's see if I have any text written for this. I wanted one shot to be a sort of a wide shot. I'm not sure if I want to do 3 or 4 panels actually for this. We'll to do 3 or 4 wide panels. I think that would be a good intro page, even though I did 3 originally. We'll see. So the first box, introducing the jail cell facility that they're in. Like I said, this is Alma's origin story. She ends up split from her parents, winds up in a detention center, and she meets this character as she comes in for her first day, and that character helps her escape. I have a drawing here right above my screen, the Libyan Sybil, which is a great example of a back drawing. Not going to draw that today, but just going to use that as an inspiration. If you guys are tuning in, please subscribe to the channel, subscribe to our Twitch. We're also on YouTube, live drawing with Nelly. I could use all the Twitch subscribers if you don't mind. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's just see something here. Okay. Well, keep in mind there's a couple ways you could break down a comic page. Very simple ways. Heading out, I'll check back in later if you're still on. Awesome, Kit Kat. Gonna be on for a couple hours. Don't see myself hanging around for too long today, but thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll check you out if we're still on Twitch after this. Cool. Appreciate you tuning in. All right, 30 minutes in, and yeah, so I wanted to say there's a few ways you can break down your comic book page. You guys can see it here on the right. Let me just turn this on here. A few people watching on Twitch, I ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. Help me get affiliated so I can accept your beautiful bits. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe to your boy, Live Drawing with Nelly. Hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, Live Drawing with Nelly. Follow the links on the page. So what I was saying, there's a few ways you could break down a comic page. That'll be nice and simple. Let's say this is your page, like this, so you could either break it up into 9 squares, which is a great way to use the entire area of your comic page. That way you're hitting every corner of the page. You're obligated to fill it in with different content. Let me lower this background audio for myself. Okay. Another way you could do it, break it down this way into fourths, and then on the side you could just have the text, and it's very simple. You'll have your drawing here in the middle, and then on the sides it'll be text, which makes it really interesting. That's a good way to break down your comic page as well. Another way to break down your page, very simply, into 6. Like that. Okay, actually I want my handy dandy tape. Hope you guys like the contents of this video, and if you do, subscribe to your boy. Even if you don't, just subscribe to the boy. New here on Twitch, so we're trying to get affiliated. I truly appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right. Let's see. But so yeah, originally I was gonna do this sort of page breakdown. It was gonna be 1, 3, but I think it's a little too wide, especially because the action has been a little sparse on the last page you guys see there. Maybe it's a little too far. Where that's sort of broken down right down the middle, and we have maybe 2 real active panels. Here, if we at least do 4, it's going to read like a story, which is technically what this is, because it's the first page of the actual story, because the last page we did was a, what do you call that, a prologue? Alright. So again, this character we're going to get introduced to is inside a cell, waiting for our main character to arrive. So I was thinking of maybe having them be over here. Sort of how we had our character there in the beginning. So we're looking at them from behind. And I use super simple shapes for this. I'm using a charcoal pencil, but this pencil doesn't really erase very well. I'm probably better off using just an actual pencil, but it doesn't really show up on the screen. And also, I don't really want to erase too much, but I still want to be able to play around with it, and then I'll get into some inking. Alright, so if we have a jail cell or a sort of detention cell, we might have like a chain link fence. That's been sort of a pattern here. So maybe I'll have like a text balloon here, and this character is in the cell. Maybe we have a horizon line back there somewhere. So pretty standard page, pretty chill, easy page. I'm always mindful of the thirds of the page here, like going up and down. So like that. So either I'll dedicate a whole balloon, text balloon to a third here, or a portion here, because I don't want to, I need, it's pretty big for a text balloon, but there's not much information here. Here there's enough, and then you have your characters, so maybe you either have a speech balloon over here if you want, but this is going to be pretty big so it can hold the weight text-wise. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right there. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, please. Check out the links on the screen. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Okay. Let's see. So like I said, the camera's going to revolve around this character sitting down. I did want to have this page be pretty big, where we finally get, it's going to be maybe something like that. So another thing to keep in mind when you are making comics, if you're making a comic page, is when we're reading left to right, okay, L to R. This is your first page in your comic or whatever, we're reading left to right. You want to carry the viewer's eyes in a Z shape. No matter how you break down your panels on your page, the most readable comic page with all the text and all the images is if you can have the viewer's eyes read it in this direction. Whether you have a page that's broken down like this, or like that, or like this, and especially if you have some unorthodox sort of breakdown, maybe you have this and then a that and maybe a diagonal page. I don't know. You got to make it readable, especially if you're got pretty action oriented page. Mine's going to be a more text driven page, so I do try to keep my pages pretty simple. But if you guys check out my original comic on nelsonanunez.com, where it's available for free, as well if you want to order it and support the channel, I ask you to do so. But you'll see that I keep it fairly, pretty much all the pages are like this until halfway through the comic, where I sort of have a reason to shake it up. but even then, it's still, I try to keep it readable. Um, right now, we're going to keep it inside the box, pretty tidy. Um, maybe I will keep it 3 panels, or I can still break it down where it's 1 panel but split into 2 for a little fancy schmancy sort of situation going on. But the thing is that I want to make a point of introducing this character here. What's up, Takaki? What's happening, my guy? Thanks for tuning in. He says, greetings, master. You know it. Okay. Humble to be here. Yes, this is a $300 class for free. So, working on my new comic here. Let me change my screen. Boom. And let's get rid of this back here. So, the comics pages that we've worked on are back here. There they are, the first 3 pages of the new issue, all inked up and just waiting for me to write the text in. This page we're doing is the first page of the rest of the story of the comic, so it's the reboot of the Almighty Alma series. Appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, support the channel. If you want to order Almighty Alma, the first chapter, you can go to Nelson A. Nunez, where you can order the original Almighty Alma comic or read it for free. Takaki, thanks for joining. Let me switch my screen again. Bada bang. Alright, so one thing I could do is have okay. So like I said, the Z shape here, very important to if you're for the readability of a comic that you read left to right. So first panel here, we're going across, we're reading the text here, and then we go across and see the character that we're going to be a little focused on. But we're seeing them outside of this sort of detention cell that they're in. And we could have perspective lines too, I guess, if we want. But I'm just doing those lines by hand. I'm not really looking, but we can maybe have a roof as well if we want. Cool. And it might be interesting too to have all these X's for the fence, but also for perspective's sake. So it could be a pretty complicated little panel. So this is our character here, looking back at the person outside of the cell. Okay. So there they are sitting outside, but I kind of wanted this to appear outside of the panel. And maybe feet over here. But I kind of also want them to sort of stay in this page just outside of the cell. And I'll show you what I mean. So this is the chain link fence, and out here we have one of the guards walking by, and that's the chest of the guard, the shoulders. So we're kind of looking into the cell from above. Okay, so you can really see. Maybe we'll have the the guard's head there. Okay, so alright, if you guys are tuning in, please subscribe to the Twitch channel. If you like the contents of this video and you want to support the channel, you can do so by donating. Any little bit will help via the Venmo at Nelly INKS or the Cash App $Nelly INKS. Please check us out. Alright, 46 minutes live. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Share this channel with your social media and community. Okay. And out here we have a sort of vanishing point. So that's interesting. I didn't even mean to do that, but it'll be cool if the horizon line here is looking at the eye of our person sitting. Like I said, this person is going to exist outside of this actual composition. They're actually going to be inside the cell, but let me just draw these perspective lines. You see those? Okay. And okay. So our character is going to be like sitting here, looking over her shoulder. It's like a small version of her, and then getting multiplied as they look up. Okay. And then down here, finally, and this character has tattoos here. Okay. Okay. Maybe they'll get cut off here. And finally, some water. Gotta stay hydrated as you guys work. Okay. So one thing you want to do for continuity's sake too when you're making a comic page or any sort of thumbnails or storyboarding that you might be getting into, you want to keep the characters lined up where they've normally existed. So here they're on the right side of the panel. Here I want to maintain them at the right side of the panel. But here if I end up putting them on the left, let's say this guard opens the cell door. Let's say right here we're having the door cell getting opened. I need to somehow figure out how to maintain that character, or try to at least, to keep the character on the right side as I've established them. So now I've introduced this guard who's now to the left of my sitting figure. It'll be good if I maintain the guard on the left side somehow. So one way I could do that, I guess, maybe I could have a text balloon down here, and then or I could have a text balloon here. Let me see if I can erase here. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. Alright. Appreciate you all tuning in. Takakio, Kit Kat, everyone else. If you're watching on Facebook, please follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/nellyinks. I'm just looking for something else to listen to now. Thank you all for checking out the channel. Make sure you subscribe. twitch.tv/nellyinks. If you like the contents of this video, live drawing with Nelly, you guys can support the channel. Great way to do so is by donating to the Venmo. Okay. We are on Venmo at Nelly INKS. Alright. Let me see if I can get something else. To all my people watching on Facebook, what's happening? How you guys doing? Hit me up on the chat. Hit me up in the chat section. Shout yourself out. Let me know if you're watching. Who's listening? Where are you from? If you guys like the contents of this video, you want to support the channel, you can donate via the Venmo at Nelly INKS or the Cash App $ Nelly INKS. Let's see, anything else? Normally I have these shows on YouTube that I watch. I just keep it on the background, but not seeing anything decent that I can tune into. Let's check this out. I'm gonna be on for maybe like another hour. I have plenty of work to do on this page before I can get it to a favorable spot. Just wanted to see where my people were today. Got some camera time. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Hello. All right. You gotta believe in the chat. What is happening, my people? You gotta believe. Oh no. What is happening? Oh, I gotta show you the flowers I did over here. I show you my flowers. Come check out my flowers. Alright, where are we at? Switch over my camera. Get rid of this guy for a second. Check out those damn flowers, boy. That's it. Bada bing. We got flowers. I'm gonna do a little shading on them. A little shading. But I also finished some of the flowers in the middle over there. But yeah, man, that's what we did yesterday. I'm gonna stay here for another hour probably because I want to focus more on this page that I'm working on. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm gonna work on this last panel. I'm gonna see what we can do, just sort of working from imagination. So I've set up these characters real quick for this next page. It's an introduction to the main location, the main setting for the first chapter here. Okay. What can I put in the background? See people watching on Facebook. I ask you guys to check out the Twitch channel. If you like the contents of this video, tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Live drawing with Nelly on YouTube and on twitch.tv/nellyinks. If you like the contents and you wish to support, you can do so by donating to the Venmo at Nelly INKS. Also via the Cash App, $Nelly INKS. Alright. Let's put on some audio and we'll get back to it. First, some water. Okay. Here. Okay. Nope. Alright, maybe I'll just put this on. What is happening, people? Thanks for tuning in. Live drawing with Nelly. Alright, let's put this on. A 20-minute video. Oh, actually, that's what happened. I didn't put a timer on, so. Alright, perfect. Actually, how long is this video? Maybe I'll go over here, actually. Let's see, how long is this? 10 minutes? Alright, well, I'll work for 10 minutes and switch it up. Okay. So like I said, your page, you want to have it go that way. If you're reading from left to right, you want to have a sort of a Z shape where we're trying to bring the viewer's attention from left to right, and the easiest way to do so is in this sort of simple Z shape. So here, action starts, we have this text, blah, 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 and then we get over to the character here, our sort of main character of the page. Then we come down here. These lines also help to push the action down the page, which is like the outside fence of this detention center. We'll have our big character here sort of grounding, also forcing the viewer to get here with urgency. We also have these perspective lines that also carry us across the page again, but also help weigh some of this area down so that we eventually do get back down. As we come over, we're looking at this character who's looking over their shoulder, back over here to the action. So then we get down here, we have some text, and I would like to flip the character. So maybe what I can do is have a separate sort of cell panel here. Just trying to see how you guys can see it. Trying to think if we're going to be looking under the character or same eye level as the character maybe. or just below like the shoulder of the character. All right. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, wait. Okay. So we're actually gonna see part of the ceiling, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna put my eye level down just under the character here sitting. All right. And let's see. Those lines going there, and then I'll probably have some other lines going this way. So this door is going to open. I'm going to put a door right here. And maybe I'll even get it closer to the character. So there'll be a door opening. And right here we're going to have one guard. Okay. I'm doing this a little quickly, but this is showing you a little bit of a perspective study. When you're doing perspective, you need to have your square like this square that you have here. And there's going to be a gutter here just to separate my character here who's probably thinking something. Because, like I said, you want to try to maintain your character on the same side that they appear on just for readability. But because this is technically a separate panel, because I'm going to split it, it's fine if the character occupies its own space without anyone else. The only reference that the character really has is this sort of guard over here, which I don't think is going to be too distracting anyways. And then this panel is going to be dedicated to the door opening. We don't have to show these lines. But yeah, so you have your rectangle, you have your eye level line, which is just going to be below my sitting character. The eye level line is sort of the viewer's eye. So anyone looking at this picture, this square box here of my drawing, is going to have their eye level here. So imagine yourself in the drawing. Your eyes would be below this character's eyes there. And so anything above this line of sight is going to be above our eyesight, and anything below is below our eyesight. So we'll be looking on top of things like the floor here. But if we're looking up, then we're probably going to be looking at, okay, so this is going over here. And we're looking at maybe some ceiling, perhaps we'll get some here. I don't think so, though, because this is a pretty high fence. Okay, haven't had any ceiling shots. I wonder if I could do that. I'm going to use some examples. I would like that point of view of the person sitting, but I don't think I can get too low for that. Anyways, so this is one of the guards. This is the door they come in. Maybe we have like the guard. So that's the head of the guard, the back, and then they're standing here. Also opening the door. Here's the other guard standing here with two legs. And then maybe we have a character with their head down, a little bit obscured. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so I do want to get a reference for a character sitting down, but from the view underneath. Let me see if I could find that for myself here. Okay. A view from below. Okay. Let's see. No. Let's see. Alright, so we've been doing this for about 10 minutes. Let's go on for maybe another 10. Trying to get a sitting figure from below. I don't know if it would technically fit this situation. From below. Sitting figure from below. See if we have any to show. Sitting figure from below. Not really getting anything here as a reference. Alright. Not finding any references on the spot. Sitting figure from below. Let's see. Nothing's really coming up. Let me look at this reference here though, and I will draw it for myself. So what I'm gonna do now that my page is, I'm done with the sketch on the page, I'm gonna throw on a tracing sheet over this, which I have back here, and then just ink it out. Something like this. And then I'm going to just ink on top of it. Starting with my main character here. Where did I put my tape. Should be here somewhere. Where did I put it? Alright. No worries. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Okay. One good thing about tracing paper, and highly recommend, is that, I mean, you could do this with normal paper, but you'd need to put it up against a light source. But being able to draw something and then turn it around and see what it looks like from the opposite side. I'm just drawing this figure here that I found a reference for, but I'm not sure if it's what I want, because it's a person sitting on the floor. But those are sort of the alright. Alright, so what does that look like if I flip it? Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. You guys see the links on the page. Please follow us on twitch.tv/nellyinks. If you guys see that, I was able to quickly flip my drawing around. And so what were my... Awesome. So here we maybe get the character sitting here. Looking up as a new person comes into the cell. Like that. And then we'll have these perspective lines going here. We have our eye level just below the sitter. Now this and so we do have another vanishing point there because we need to get the end of the bench to aim a different direction. So all these lines on the back wall are going that direction, but then to finish our bench that our sitters sitting on. So these are, you guys see that? Yeah. So we need these lines to shoot a certain direction. And I'm just going to link them to this little vanishing point, and then we have another one here. Since this frame is pretty much this big, to figure out sort of like a 2-point perspective drawing, let's say this is my panel, this is the most important panel that we're drawing here. We take the center and then measure out the distance to the closest vanishing point. And if we're going to do a 2-point perspective, that distance from the middle to the first vanishing point for a second vanishing point, you triple that distance, and you should have a pretty realistic sort of setup. So that's about four of those distances away. So that's our first vanishing point here for these lines going receding that way, and for the lines like along the wall that are receding that way, they're going to end here. But like I said, this is going to be a two-panel drawing. So over here we have the maybe so a person. This is the top of the door to the cell, but I need them to hit down here. And so I'm going to bring them across this panel so I can see where the door would be. Alright, this is the bench. Maybe the bench just ends right there. Then we have the doorway. And those lines for the door open that way and this way. I'm going to make this pretty skinny. Like I said, I have my one character here opening the door, another one here, maybe introducing the character. We don't see him too much. Maybe some hair, because we know our main character has a lot of hair. 5 people watching. Make sure you guys shout yourself out in the chat section. And then I have another guard just coming in with this character. There's going to be text down here just saying, yo, I don't want to go in there. Alright, and then, cool. So that's how I would do a perspective drawing for a panel. Most important things you need for a perspective drawing is that horizon line. Horizon is really the best term for it. More like an eye level line, because that's going to be the level that the viewer is looking at. That's how you construct. So imagine you're taking a photograph. That picture you take is going to be at your eye level as the photographer. So as the artist, I need to set my horizon line for how I'm picturing my personal photograph, my own drawing. So if I were to take a picture of the scene that I want to be just below the sitting figure. So I'll be sitting myself technically. Maybe I'll just be a little smaller than this character. And then we're both going to be looking at the person coming into the cell. So you need the eye level line, and you also want to have at least one vanishing point that's near the middle or not too far from the middle of your drawing. Okay? If you need, you might need 2 if you start like building form, and you'll know, because you know, we had to draw the end of this bench, and they weren't. All these lines are to bring the bench long ways, but we need to cut it off eventually, and that's what that second vanishing point is. First vanishing point we put over here in order to see how far away and what the, you know, we have the wall here. We need to see how long that wall gets, and plus we also have our character looking to their left or to their right. So yeah, we have to extend the room a little bit is what we need. But then I realized we needed a vanishing point there as well. Yeah, so I'm going to use that as the second drawing down there. Let's see. Okay, so we'll do this on this sheet. Oops. All right. Okay. So we're just going to do a rough inking of this page. We did most of these drawings from memory and from imagination, so pretty happy about that. Trying to do as many drawings from memory as I can or from imagination, either or. Okay. I lost my tape again. Here it is. 5 people watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Please hit the thumbs up. Follow the links on the screen. A little hard to read here, but subscribe to twitch.nellyinks. I'll move that over a little bit. Subscribe to twitch.tv/nellyinks. If you guys like the contents of this video, if you've learned anything and you want to support the channel, one great way you could do so is by donating to the Venmo. I know it's a tough time for a lot of people, so might not be a viable option, but any little bit helps, and that helps to keep this show going. Please subscribe to the twitch.tv/nellyinks. We're also on YouTube, Live Drawing with Nelly. Appreciate you all tuning in. Let me bring this up here. I'm going to be on for at least until I finish this inking here. Probably for another half an hour. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Hope you've had fun. Please shout yourself out in the comment section. And make sure to share this channel with your community here on social media. Appreciate the support. Let's see, we're almost done with this video we're watching. Let's Alright. Let's put this on. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get my inks ready. It's okay. What is happening, people? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay. Let's bring our ink over here. Sweet. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to do a little inking here on our tracing paper to get an idea of what our final inks might look like. I also don't have too many sheets of comic book paper left. I have like exactly the right amount to finish the comic, but if I start wasting sheets, then we'll be in trouble. So I do everything by hand. I need those sheets, so I'm going to do this on tracing paper over our little sketch here. I might actually bring up a sort of reference for myself. So I'll look at the back that I have here. I also have my anatomy books. Don't leave home without one. You never know when you might need a figure reference. I'm just going to look at my Bombas complete live complete guide to life drawing. Let's see if we have any good studies. You know, once you work a little from memory, it's okay to look for a reference to see what the old masters did with a similar figure. This book is good because it does have some classical studies that I can use, but it doesn't always have the best either reproduction, like they're not so clear, or some of the drawings are way too stylized to my liking. Okay. So I'm not going to get too lost on this study. I'm going to use I'm going to just censor myself. So we're going to look at this study here, draw the back, and I'll probably flip the page a little bit too. Where did I put? There it is. Cool. So I'll be using my quill pen. It doesn't matter actually. Okay. Alright, so character sitting there. And okay. So the back is pretty simple. You know, you have your spinal column, and you have your scapula, which are your shoulder blades pretty much. There's another name for them. And then you just pretty much have your ribs. So not much, I mean, plenty is going on, but not much is happening on the surface. So they're pretty easy to remember how to draw, at least in terms of like a good little outline. Okay. Okay. We do need a reference for an arm from behind, but for now, I think we can keep this pretty simple. Okay. 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 Let's see. You guys can't really see that. Voila. So let's flip this over again. So my figure is going to be here. How much of it back? Alright. Oops. So let's draw this again, this time with some clothes. Okay. Okay. Alright. And these are her tattoos. Alright. Let me make sure I can even zoom in a little bit more. Alright. Okay. So, let me just do the outline of this page. Whoops. Okay, just doing the outline here for my page. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Live drawing with Nelly on YouTube. Alright. Closing in on our 2-hour mark. Okay. So maybe I'll have an open panel. This is just going to be a text balloon. Maybe not actually. Maybe that'll just be the open panel. No, we'll put everything in the panel. Okay. Okay. I'm going to just do some of this with a brush so it goes by faster. Okay. Okay. Move this over. We also have our Twitter guys. We are Nelly INKS on all social media. Okay. Alright, let's put our box around here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to lower this page a little bit. Take a look for one potential reference. And so if this character is here, I'm going to actually draw this guard a little bit over to the side. I want to have a character here with the character that's entering the cell. I want to have like a little hint of them, just sort of looking down. Okay. 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 So I'm gonna do this. My character is wearing a mask. Gotta stay covered in these cells. Okay. Switch over our boom. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel over on twitch.tv/nellyinks. Comment and subscribe. Hit the like button. Support the channel by donating to the Venmo link at Nelly INKS. Alright, so let's move this over. Cool, so I kind of wanted to have there we go. Kind of wanted this character to be here sitting in the cell, looking back at them. Who's coming in? And sitting here. Okay. Okay, here we might have like a utility belt, and always need a gun to let them know that this is not a person to be trifled with. Okay. Maybe our character is going to be a little obscured here. And so so the rule of thirds, try to keep, be aware of these breakdowns here. So those lines could probably keep going back, but I'm going to have this character be the character in the cell, but just like a big, clear look at them. And it should overlap actually this area here. And I should just maybe have, I'm going to look for a reference. So we do have, if you can see the tracing through. Okay. I need a good sort of arm study that I'm going to look up in my book here. Let's see, arms. Let's see some arms and hands. Okay. Yeah, I need to see like the anatomical parts of the arm. Nothing. Let's see. Let's see. I don't see anything. Let's see if I could find something. That seems pretty good, but I'm going to have to flip over the page. So I want to have like a nice big arm. This character is pretty strong, and they also have tats. So let's make that arm big enough where you can see the tattoos on my character. Alright. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 So let's flip this over again to get it on the right side. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Last 10 minutes of the stream here as I finish up my page composition for my next page of my comic. I'm going to work on it off stream. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys so much. If you guys like the contents of this stream and you want to support, best way to do so is by donating via the Venmo link at Nelly INKS. at Nelly INKS. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Nelly INKS. Hope you guys had fun. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Hope y'all had a good lunch. Definitely want to pick some food up real quick after this. And then get some more studying done. It's a little hard to do too much of this on stream, but I think it's interesting for you guys to see how I would set up a drawing. Hold on, I'm just looking at some references here in my anatomy book. Highly recommend you guys to get an anatomy book. You can probably, anything will help. Even the cheapest anatomy book is going to have some information, something that you guys might not know. Okay. Just looking at some references. If anything sort of stands out for me. Okay. A lot of sitting figures in this. Reclining poses. I see. Alright. That's a sitting figure, but okay. Let's see if anything else. Alright, let's get back into it. Let me just look at our old 22 panels that always works. If you guys are making comics and you run out of ideas for a panel, look up Wally Wood. 22 panels that always works. Okay. Okay, so most of these characters I think are going to be in silhouette, the ones in the foreground. So, alrighty. So I gotta figure out where the light's coming from in this, but maybe it'll just be a side light. Maybe a light on top of the figure here. Just make sure you guys see that. Mm, 22 panels, that always works. Alright, so all of this would be there. Maybe. Alright. Let's clean my brush there. Okay. This is going to be pretty dark there. Just doing this very roughly just to get a broad view of the tone. Let's see how that looks on the screen. Cool. Okay. Okay. Put a little. Let's see. Alright, and then we're gonna have our. Maybe we'll have a lot of text there. Could also push this over and have it more centralized figure. And then I'll have a little text there. Okay. Maybe we'll have another speech balloon up here. And I might just open this drawing up to this part of it. So I'm going to make her pretty big. I'll make her as big sitting down as the standing figure. Maybe I'll have some text here actually. So I'll definitely have a gutter or something. I'm not sure if the overlapping that I was hoping for was going to get through. Okay. 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 Alrighty. And one last thing I wanted to do with this page. The last panel. If you guys are listening, thank you guys so much. Appreciate your time. Please, all I ask is that you subscribe to the channel on twitch.tv/Nelly INKS. Oops. Okay. Put this up here. One more panel left to do. So So text balloon here. Okay. We have our character inside the cell. Maybe I could even bring that down to split up the text balloon. Okay. Okay, maybe she'll be looking that way. Okay. So this one's going to be over here. And okay. So maybe there'll be a text here as we're coming over to this other panel. So we'll split up the panels like with this gutter, and it's going to go to the end of the page. Haha, is it very crunchy? Sorry. Alright, I'm almost done here. There we go. Okay. Actually, I don't need this page anymore. Oh yeah, I still do. Very crunchy. So, there we are. What is Valorant and why is everyone playing? I think people are getting most likely paid to play that game, but it's a new battle royale type. No, I think it's just a shooter. I don't think it's battle royale necessarily, but I'm probably wrong. But yeah, new shooter game. No, I think the big streamers are probably getting paid to play the game so they can promote it since it's a new game. But that's me reporting, allegedly. But yeah, it looks okay. I don't know if I can get it on the PlayStation. I'm gonna be playing a little Fortnite after this one. Alright, so I'm gonna do this really rough. Just a quick little stick figure of what we're looking at as this door opens. Okay. So this figure will probably be in silhouette too, depending on where we do the light from. And we have our main character here looking into the cell. And she's escorted by another guard. Okay. This guy is related to Gumby. Alright. So that's it. That's how you make a quick little page study. We have the floor over here. I'll probably have a speech balloon there just to carry the action to the next page. And here we go. Let me get these pages out of the way. As we break into the 2 o'clock or 2 hour mark. 5 o'clock, almost 5 o'clock on the East Coast. I'm going to take a break here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow for another stream like this. We'll see how much work I get tonight, and maybe I could do some inking on tomorrow's stream again. But I think this was interesting. I had some ideas for this page, and mostly my thumbnail to study from. But I wanted to show you guys how I would build up a page before I draw it out and ink it over. So probably tonight I'm going to be working on some of these figures, like this one here. I think I have a good idea of her. I have a good drawing for this in another book. I definitely need to figure out what I'm going to do with these guards here. And yeah, so off stream I'm going to just be doing a little research, maybe get some figures that I can study and draw. And then tomorrow I hope to be inking. So if you guys like the contents of this video, I ask you guys to subscribe to the Twitch channel. Please subscribe to twitch.tv/nellyinks. Share this channel with your social media and community. Appreciate you guys listening. You can always donate to the channel if you wish to support. The best way to do so is via the Venmo at Nelly INKS and the Cash App $Nelly INKS. Also, if you guys want to read more Almighty Alma, you can go to my website, nellyinks.com. I also have a few of these comics at home, so if you wish to order them through me, you guys can hit me up at nellyinks@gmail.com. nellyinks@gmail.com if you want to order a comic directly from me, and I'll give you guys the rundown. So shoot me an email, hit me up. Through my email, nellyinks@gmail.com if you want to order a comic. And that's it, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, twitch.tv/nellyinks. You gotta believe. Kit Kat, Takakio. Thanks to everyone who was in the chat, and to everyone else listening now or in the future. I appreciate it. Subscribe to twitch.tv/nellyinks. And order yourself Almighty Alma from my website, nelsonanunez.com. Thank you guys for listening. I'll be back tomorrow. Deuces, and bless up.